Hello, and welcome to Realizations with Clarissa, a podcast sharing weekly lessons on productivity through well-being. I'm your host, Clarissa Dunan, and every week I'll be sharing stories, realizations, and the lessons I'm learning while I'm figuring out paano ba magkaroon ng more fulfilling relationships, lasting happiness, and productivity, both at home and at work. Expect tips on how you can enjoy a quiet mind every day and feel more confident and secure at marami pang iba to bring more positive feelings into your day. If you are ready to explore these realizations with me, remember to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoy the podcast, please leave us a rating and a review. It will really help us to reach and inspire more listeners. Together, we can spread positive feelings even further. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Our topic today is about the harsh voice, the critical voice in our head that makes us feel bad about ourselves, about other people, the world, life, circumstances, or the situation we're in. Laging may sinasabi siyang something negative that makes us feel insecure or scared. And I'd like to start by saying na, yan, may positive intention din yan. It's part of the survival mechanism of the brain. Diba? Meron tayong survivor brain. Siyempre, ang gusto niya is for us to be safe, to be away from threats or danger, for us to survive. Yun nga lang, may byproduct siya. Ang byproduct niya is kahit wala naman talagang danger or real danger, non-stop yung pag-warning niya sa atin na kahit nakaupo tayo, nakahiga, nagpapahinga, maayos naman, may kinakain tayo, safe naman tayo, right? Wala siyang tigil sa pagsalita kasi gusto niya i-exaggerate yung mga pangyayari, i-exaggerate yung mga negative. It assumes the worst. And then, yung mga interpretations niya, exaggerated, may mga negative bias siya para talagang mapush ka na mag-take action for your survival. So, yun yung nagge-generate talaga nung ating anxiety, ng stress, ng guilt, anger, shame, disappointment, na syempre yung mga emotions na yan, may positive intention din yan. Kapag na-feel natin yan na okay, I have to do something about this. Pero kung napakatagal mong daladala yung mga emotions na yan at araw-araw kang exposed dyan, talagang mahirap maka-move forward sa buhay. Mahirap maging masaya, mahirap maging at peace. And of course, magsasuffer yung iba't ibang area ng buhay mo. Yung physical health, relationships, your productivity, kasi affected yung focus mo, yung confidence, yung self-esteem. Okay? So, importante malaman natin, ma-recognize natin, yung critical voice na yan, it's really part of the survival mechanism of our brain. And it's not the real us. Akala ko kasi for a very long time, yung boses na yun, ako yun. At dahil akala ko ako yun, it was the truth about me. It was the truth about life, the world. Di talagang grabe yung takot ko, grabe yung stress ko. Pero nang matutunan ko to, mas madali ko na siyang makatch. And I discussed this sa episode na Understanding the Nature of Thought. Doon ko diniscuss in detail ano yung gagawin mo kapag nakatch mo yung scary thought na yon. What do you do next? And I will not discuss that in this episode. Ngayon, ang i-discuss ko ay ano usually yung mga pinapa-feel sa'yo noong critical voice na yon. Ano yung mga sinasabi niya sa'yo? Okay, so in general, it makes you believe that without that critical voice, nako, magiging tamad ka, wala kang gagawin, wala ka ng ambisyon. Kaya lagi siyang nagsasalita diyan. Harsh, pushing you to do something, to work hard, to improve, to be better, to solve all problems, to do this and that, achieve, so that you can be what? So that you can be more capable of surviving. Yan yung gusto niya. Na otherwise, kung hindi siya dyan magsasalita, magiging unambitious ka na wala ka nang maa-achieve sa buhay mo. It believes na kumbaga ang human beings kailangan maging under pressure lagi. Na lagi dapat tinatakot, lagi dapat pinapa-feel ng guilt, ng shame, lagi dapat ine-emphasize yung negative consequences para matakot siya ng bongga para umaksyon. So yan yung paniniwala niya. So it just keeps beating you up. Okay? And madalas, karamihan sa atin, naniniwala doon. So talagang ang bigat. Napaka-harsh ng boses and we feel na totoo lahat ng sinasabi niya. So today, kailangan malaman natin ano yung mga sinasabi niya so that it's easier for us to catch them and know what to do next. So number one, yung critical voice na yan, na it's also called the egoic mind, it's also called the judge, the survivor brain, kung ano man ang tawag mo dyan. It's the one that's making you feel there's always something you lack. That lagi kang may kulang, you're never enough, you're never complete, you're never whole. And it can even make you believe that you're not worthy of love or acceptance. Okay? Laging walang satisfaction. Laging may kailangan kang hanapin, habulin, gustuhin. At kahit na makuha mo yun, may kulang pa din. Non-stop yung search for more. Grabe nakakapagod and I experienced that. Kaya nga yan yung nag-start ng journey ko na hanapin, bakit laging may kulang? What am I missing? Ano yung di ko nakikita? Baka I'm looking for completion or I'm looking for my worth sa wrong places. Okay, so yan nga, yung critical voice na yan. Laging pinapaniwala sa atin, laging may kulang sa'yo. Kaya lagi ka dapat mag-aksyon, hanapin mo yang makakakumpleto sa'yo. And it's making us look for that thing externally. Okay, possessions, o bumili ka ng mas malaking bahay, mas magarang kotse. O sa trabaho natin, kailangan prestigious ang trabaho mo, mataas ang sweldo mo. O sa social status, dapat sikat ka, maganda reputation mo. Nare-recognize ka, matalino ka, marami kang knowledge, maganda education mo, maganda ang physical appearance mo. Okay? Marami kang abilidad, o physical abilities, o mga talent, mga skills. Maganda yung relationship mo, masaya ka, accomplished yung partner mo, o pati yung family history mo, o maayos lahat sa family mo, maganda lahat ng educational attainment sa family mo. Sobrang dami niyang mga kumbaga ina-attach niya doon yung happiness at fulfillment mo, yung pagiging good enough mo, ina-attach niya something external from you na kung tutuusin ikaw, ilang beses mo na bang naabot yung mga external goals na yan? Ha? Marami na din siguro, pwedeng sa education mo, o sa career mo, o sa business mo, or even sa personal life mo, marami ka nang na-achieve ng mga external accomplishments. Pero, totoo ba talaga na nahanap mo yung true and lasting fulfillment from that? I would just speak for myself. Ako hindi. Regardless of what I had achieved, hindi din talaga. Kasi yun nga ang sinasabi ng voice na yan. Ay, nako, walang katapusan na ang pagiging incomplete mo. Okay? And dahil laging may kulang, laging may diferensya sa present moment. Hindi niya matanggap yung present moment kasi nga may kulang dyan. Ang lagi niyang pinapromise sa'yo ay sa future ka pa may karapatan maging masaya kasi sa future mo lang makukuha yung mga goals mo. Kapag ganito na ang sitwasyon ng buhay mo, kapag ganyan na ang health mo, kapag wala ng problema, kapag na-achieve mo na lahat ng goals mo, pag wala ng challenges, doon pwede ka na maging masaya. But that's a lie. Di ba? Kasi walang tao na lahat ng perfect conditions na yon mangyayari sa kanya, walang ganon. So, ibig sabihin, maraming tao naghihintay sa imposible. They're putting their happiness on hold. Kaya perpetually unhappy. Hindi mahanap-hanap yung joy, yung peace, And for a long time, ganun ako. Kaya nga sabi, ito yung naging life mission ko to share with you itong mga natutunan ko. Kasi grabe, wala palang kondisyon on how we can have access to that peace, to that joy, to that fulfillment. Okay, so yun yung line. Number one is, you're never good enough. You're always missing something. You're always lacking. And the number two thing about this critical voice is always driven by fear. It's always insecure. It's constantly under threat. Kasi nga, syempre, survival mechanism. So, kahit na externally looking confident, mukhang okay naman yung buhay, mukhang, di ba, okay siya. Pero, because of this critical voice, grabe yung pagka-insecure. Kasi, syempre, ang daming mga sinasabi nung critical voice na yon about us not being acceptable, not good enough yet. Okay? So, laging may fear. And dahil insecure siya, it wants to be seen as important. It wants to appear as important. Kaya 'di ba grabe yung attachment natin sa recognition or ma-acknowledge ng ibang tao or ma-accept, ma-validate ng ibang tao. Sabihin ng ibang tao, yes, you are good enough. Yes, you are acceptable. Yes, you are lovable. Diba? Kasi nga, yung inner critic na yon, yun yung lang sinasabi, no, you're not good enough. So, hinahanap natin, we need others to give us a sense of self. Okay? At dahil nga merong sense of fear and insecurity lagi, anong nangyayari? Mahilig mag-compare. Yung critical voice na yan. Mahilig mag-compare. And yung comparison, dalawa lang yung pwedeng maging resulta niyan. Either it makes you feel inferior or superior. Oh. Diba? So, kahit ano ang maging resulta niyan, it won't give you real fulfillment and happiness. Kasi kahit it makes you feel superior, halimbawa, okay, mas mayaman ako kaysa sa taong to, mas matalino ako, mas magaling ako. Pero dahil merong tendency to compare, you will always find someone who's better than you. Who's more successful than you. O si pag andun na ay, comparison, di inferior ka na naman, pangit na naman yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. Okay, so because of that fear, that insecurity, gusto niya lagi magkaroon ng constant search for superiority. Constant search. At lagi siyang separated sa ibang tao na okay, me versus you, mas magaling ako sa iyo. Or us versus them. O sila, iba ang belief nila tungkol sa atin. Okay? So, whoever is not with us is against us. So, laging may ganon. Kailangan may enemy lagi para ma-feel niya yung superiority niya. Mas magaling kami sa'yo. Diba? Mahilig siyang makipag-conflict. They have conflict with other groups, other people, even with the situation. Diba? Ayaw nila, kaaway ko yung sitwasyon na yan. Ayaw ko ng librong to. Nakakainis tong pagkain na to. I hate it. Diba? Ayoko dun sa nangyayari. I hate it. It loves grievances. Kasi kapag may masabi siya about other people, situations, or things, na-elevate yung feeling of superiority ulit. 'Di ba? At dahil nga na prone yan nga, merong fear and insecurity lagi. At gusto niya maka-feel ng superiority. Mahilig din siya mag-diminish ng ibang tao, mag-criticize, mag-belittle, mag-chismis ng ibang tao. Kasi ang feeling niya kapag pinupush niya pababa o hinihila niya pa ba ang ibang tao, naaangat siya. Yan na naman yung desire for superiority. Okay? And it loves resentment. Resentment sa ibang tao, etc. Kasi nga kapag siya, may nasabi siyang pangit sa ibang tao, chinismis niya, o sinabi niya kung ano yung mga pagkukulang ng ibang tao, again, it proves yun nga, them being better than that person. Okay. Kaya 'di ba maraming tao na-addict sa gossip kasi it gives them a false sense of superiority. Na kumbaga panandalian, natakpan yung deep inside sense of insecurity and fear nila of being not good enough. Okay? At dahil insecure din yan, yung critical voice na yan, it cannot afford to be wrong. O it cannot afford to be wrong. Grabe na threaten siya kapag, okay, bakit mo ako kinorek? O kaya, nako, tama ako, mali ka. So it makes itself right and others wrong. So merong mga mental complaining, may verbal complaining, may fault finding, maraming judgment. Okay, kasi kapag tama siya, again, superior siya. Pag superior siya, ayan, na-address yung need niya na naman to be validated that that voice is what good enough. Syempre, you can still speak up. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na, never ka na dapat magsalita, mag-speak up, mag-complain. Syempre, you can still do that. You have all the right to set your boundaries. You can speak up and complain. Pero kumbaga kasi itong critical voice na to, nilalagyan din ng story, pinipersonal. Diba? It is reactive, it is defensive. Kasi siya na-feel niya na-diminish siya. 'Di ba, na-offend siya. It takes things personally. So talagang kumbaga, how dare you? 'Di ba? Sino ka sa akala mo para sabihin yan sa akin? Yun yung kumbaga meron na ang dagdag na interpretation ng critical voice na yon. Okay, so everything is taken personally kapag halimbawa may nangyari sa trabaho niya or nawala yung possession niya, nawala yung home niya, nawala yung close relationship niya, or na-criticize siya, or may nangyari sa reputation niya, sa physical abilities niya, sa ganda niya. Hindi niya nakuha yung approval na hinahanap niya. Pinipersonal niya lahat. So grabe, nagre-react doon emotionally. Okay, so yun yung signs ng fear and insecurity behind that. And dahil nga dito sa dalawang tendency na to, number one ay yung nga, it's always lacking. And number two, it's always scared and insecure. Anong nangyayari? Natural kapag yan yung boses na lagi nating naririnig at yun yung mga pinapaniwala niya sa atin, it causes suffering. Suffering within us and suffering sa relationships natin. Kasi syempre, apektado din kung paano tayo mag-relate sa ibang tao, yung reactions natin sa ibang tao. Okay, apektado din kung paano tayo magtrabaho, apektado yung resulta natin. Kung merong mga ganitong mga beliefs, mga thoughts, mga assumptions about ourselves, about other people, about life. Right? Pero yun nga ako, I always believe that everything can be seen as a gift and as an opportunity. Like itong critical voice na to, na kahit ito yung kumbaga nature niya at kahit ito yung impact sa atin, diba, we can turn this into a source of learning. We can turn this into an opportunity to learn something. And for me, ito yung kumbaga kapag ito narinig ko tong critical voice na to, okay, na-feel ko ulit ito, mas titingnan ko siya as a pointer. It's guiding me to go to another direction. Diba? Where I could find that the confidence, the peace, the joy. At yan yung diniscuss ko sa mga previous episodes. So, go back to episode 8, yung understanding the nature of thought. Dun ko diniscuss, dun ko shinare kung ano yung gagawin mo once na-catch mo na yan. Using these negative voices or critical voices as your gateway para mahanap mo yung fulfillment, yung worth mo, yung completeness. Diba? It's a pointer towards what we're really looking for. So kumbaga, this is still good news. That we no longer have to be scared of these voices, these critical voices, kasi they're merely pointing us to a different direction. Okay, so I hope na nakatulong itong episode na to give you insights on how to See thoughts for what they are, critical voices for what they really are, and what to do next. And if there's something important that you want to achieve or change, whether it's in your personal life or professional life, but you feel like there's something holding you back na maybe epekto nga nitong critical voice in your head na naka-establish na ng mga identities or maybe limiting beliefs or maybe mga patterns of thinking and feeling and behaving, nakakreate ng mga habits that are no longer serving you. Book your free consultation para mapag-usapan natin what you want to change or improve or achieve, and I'll discuss how coaching can help you. Talk to you soon! Thank you so much for listening to Realizations with Clarissa today. I'll be back next week with more well-being, relationship, productivity, and quiet mind tips to help you get the most out of life. For now, please remember to follow and subscribe. Please share the podcast with your friends o kung sino man na alam mo na pwedeng matulungan ng podcast na to. Love you and have a great week.